Suffering is a universal truth. On a daily basis, we suffer from lack of opportunity, lack of money, or lack of community. A natural remedy might be to obtain money, power, fame, and status. However, by obtaining such things, the human spirit would be corrupt. So it's so fascinating to see the exception to the rule by the man of Marcus Aurelius Antoninus, the last of the 5 good emperors and a practitioner of Stoicism. In his personal journal, Meditation, we see him fend off eager temptation through the 4 virtues of Stoicism: justice, courage, temperance, and wisdom. Virtue is the highest goal that anybody could achieve to the Stoics, and it is what leads to a happy and free life. Wisdom is the ability to make sound judgments and choices, our ability to see the broader perspective and understand the interconnectedness of all things. In his personal writings, Marcus Aurelius writes, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In this current landscape, we must use the wisdom that we have been given more than ever, as we not only look at the physical world, but the virtual one as well. The things that our eye sees are not just trees, the sound, and the birds as they were designed to, but also the horrific acts of violence, the corruption, and the sadness that goes beyond our community borders. While this might look sad and depressing, it also shows that we have tremendous power if we use our intelligence to create change within our very own community. Hopefully, those ripples will take on new life in a new form and impact the world as a greater whole. Courage, the capacity to face difficult challenges with inner strength. It is not the absence of fear, but surpassing our most biological mechanisms in the face of hardship. Algorithms have shaped the way that we speak. No longer are the conversations that we have free-flowing, swift, and free as a bird. Instead, they are burdened with the weight of thousands of feathers, making it impossible to have real-world connection. And while some of us are reluctant to speak, those that do and speak what we all see with our eyes are able to mend away the anxieties and wash them away from the general public's view, and immediately liberating others. Justice, our commitment to fairness, treating people with dignity and respect despite them doing wrong or feeling anger towards them. Marcus once scribbled, "Does the light of the lamp shine without losing its splendor until it is extinguished? And shall the truth which is in thee, and justice and temperance be extinguished before thy death?" Justice is the ability to give those with whom the public has played judge, jury, and executioner the ability to speak for themselves, give the honest account in the situation, and not leaning into mob mentality. Temperance is the ability to control your desires and impulses and to practice moderation in all aspects of life. Marcus once wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." Of all the virtues, this seems like the one that is most prominent to practice. Constant impulsion at our fingertips with little to no barriers to each of our own desires. Society is at the tipping point of abundance, of having too much, and to have no one stop us from accumulating more. And so, as we come to a close on the virtues, why even practice such things? In the mind of a Stoic, these 4 practices are just part of the natural world and how humans should operate. We are, after all, in their minds, the most altruistic creature, the one that wants to see their community grow and thrive in the best and ethical way possible. What I found most interesting about Meditations was how, despite Marcus being an emperor, having all this weight and responsibility, and there being thousands of years of separation between him and that there are still the same concerns, worries, and responsibilities. And yet there are still the same moments of happiness, spontaneity, and joy that come from the human experience. And I think that the most important thing that I've taken away from a man who's essentially dead is how meaningless everything is and utterly unimportant we are in the grand scheme of things. You are just merely a dot in the grand canvas and nobody sees you. However, on a more individualistic level, on a community level, you are absolutely everything. You're everything to your friends, your family, the people that surround you. That when someone asks about your name and mentions them, you are the main character in their story. You have gone through the ups and downs of true suffering and horrific things, and yet by the end of the story, they tell it with a smile. Because you have overcome such great and difficult things and still managed to have a smile on your face at the end of the day. And that's what Stoicism is. It's about the individual and grounding yourself in the small joys in life. Dude, I have no idea what the thumbnail is going to be.